Welcome everybody to What's the 411? This is the show that keeps you updated on today's and tomorrow's current events. So let's check out what's going on right now.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to What's the 411, and we back again. We're back. What's up? How's everybody doing? And check this out, man. There's been a lot of talk about the stimulus checks coming in. Originally, there was the talk of $2,000. Now it's being heard that it's going to be $1,400 because a lot of people got $600. So they're going to take that off of the 2,000 and give you the 1,400 left. And then it started being some talk about changing that up as far as who's going to get it. First, it was going to be pretty much the majority or the sum of the whole of folks, but then they started talking about if you make a certain amount. Originally, it was if you make, I forget the numbers exactly, so don't quote me on this. If you're making like 100,000 or more, you're not going to get it, or you're going to get but so much is not going to be as much. And if you make under that, you're going to, get a bigger sum. Then it was said that the amounts changed to like 50,000. So if you making over 50,000, then you wasn't going to get the big sum, and if you make under that, then you will get the big amount. So once again, there's a lot of game playing with the Democratic side. Not that I'm rocking with no Republicans, but just seeing things for what it really is and being critically observant and seeing who's playing the games. And right now, since the Democrats are in power, so to speak, there's a lot of game playing going on, a lot of rules being changed. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's take a look and let's see if we can find out some more information and decipher about what's really going on as I pull this screen up. All right. So yeah, check it out. More stimulus check details emerge, new payment size and qualifications, speedier timeline. All right. So we've waited, not waited, but waited through the proposals for how much money you could get in the next stimulus check, how income qualifications, I said that, could change, and how soon your payment could arrive. Plus, we explain how it all ties into tax season. All right. So, yeah, it's getting crazy. And unfortunately, for a lot of you folks who voted for the Democrats, voted for Biden, a lot of people have said, that might have been a big mistake. But folks got on their emotional side and not thinking critically or looking at or thinking, just looking, being critically observant, analytically observant and seeing things, what's going on, and not weighing stuff out. Everybody kind of went by personality and their feelings and didn't look at what's people's records and how they actually behave. So as a result, now you get these game playing going on. All right. So yeah, let's just take a look at this, man, and let's see what we got here. All right. So a third stimulus check for 1,400 per person may seem almost inevitable as part of Biden's 1.9 trillion stimulus package. But the truth is that some important details about who would and wouldn't get the full 1,400 are anything but finalized. With that maximum for qualified adults, you see these things are underlined in red because you can click on those and get some further details. All right. So I'm going to put this link in the comments here. Let me see if I can get this link pulled up and put in the comments so you guys can go ahead and research this information. All right. I'm going to read some things and give my commentary on it, give my thoughts on the matter here, but you need to go ahead and look this up yourself and then research it. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm going to leave it like it is. So hopefully you guys be able to copy and paste this thing here. All right. So there you go. You guys should, that's the link there. I'm going to pull up another link for you guys that you can look up and research this yourself as well. That way, as I said, let me stop that right quick. As I stated, you guys can do your research on it. All right. But yeah, it's some funny stuff going on, man. Yeah, a lot of folks got more looking at their emotions, and didn't really, do their vetting on who you're voting for, man. All right. And it's very important. But now that we vote, not me, because I didn't vote for nobody, and I ain't afraid to say that or nothing like that. So y'all can come at me if you want to. But I'm glad I opened my eyes, because I felt like neither one of them was on the up and up. But you weigh the two of them out, and you can see that some things were better with one than the other. And you guys are feeling what's happening now and seeing what's going on now when you decided on who you decided to vote for. All right. So I put the links in the description. Hopefully, y'all guys can pull that up and read and research it. And let me keep on going with the commentary here. All right. So let me see where we at with that maximum for qualified adults and potentially their dependents too. That $1,400 stimulus money could quickly add up for families. Estimate your new stimulus total here. So again, when you guys pull up the links and stuff like that, and you'll be able to click on these highlighted areas of the paragraphs here, and you can kind of do your further looking into and researching it on your own. All right. But the issue at hand is whether to target the stimulus checks to block high income earners from receiving a payment. That would likely change the stimulus check formula. Democrats are reportedly split, imagine that, on the matter. New suggestions for income limits are in flux. Meanwhile, Democrats have lined up a political maneuver that could bypass Republican opposition and pass the bill, along with the next stimulus check. So are they saying after this 1,400, there might be another one coming? I don't know, but they can't keep playing games with some folks, because some folks are dependent on that stimulus check and some people aren't. I say try to create your own, be your own president and create your own stimulus if you possibly can. That way you ain't dependent on this government. But if they're sending you money, you take advantage of the money they're sending you. But they're playing games with folks at the same time. So go figure, right? So meanwhile, people are still wondering what they should do if they didn't get all or part of the first two payments. What would happen if the third check were to arrive in the middle of tax season? Would it affect your tax refunds or returns? And how you can set yourself up to potentially get the next check faster. This story has been updated with new information. All right. What's going on with a targeted stimulus check today? Biden is set on 1,400 stimulus check maximum per person, but also wants to target the recipient list. So folks, quote, so folks making $300,000 don't get any windfall, Biden said on February the 5th. Excuse me. If the third payment uses the same stimulus check formula they're already playing games like we might have to change the stimulus check formula and you got to do the calculator and figure it out. Come on, man. They really know how to figure it out. They're just playing games with folks. If the third payment uses the same stimulus check formula as the first two checks, our stimulus calculator for the third check shows how a person with an adjusted gross income or AGI of $102,900 per year could still get a partial payment of $5, for example. Dependents could cause the check amount to soar. All right. One way to keep high income earners from getting a check would be to lower the upper income limit on who can receive one. Democrats are at odds over how to do this and where the lines should be drawn in a way that doesn't hurt middle income earners or people in expensive areas like New York or the San Francisco Bay Area who still make far below the local median income. Our stimulus check article explains more. So, yeah, guys, if you click on the links that I put in the chat, then you can click on that and get some further details on it. I strongly oppose lowering income eligibility for direct payments from $75,000 to $50,000 for individuals and $150,000 to $100,000 for couples. In these difficult times, all working class people deserve the full $1,400. Last I heard, someone making $55,000 a year is not rich. Senator Bernie Sanders tweeted Saturday. There's a discussion right now about what the threshold would look like. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said Monday in a press briefing that will be worked through Congress. All right. And there's so much more down here. A new stimulus check could be approved sooner than initially expected. All right. So let me see how quickly. I'm just trying to scroll down and see what other stuff we can pick up here. How quickly would the IRS process the third payment? Could there be another deadline? Let me see. IRS and the Department of Treasury set a blistering pace to deliver second stimulus check starting within days of former Donald Trump signing December stimulus bill. They had no choice. The language of the bill provided only a 17-day window to send the checks. There were millions of direct deposit errors, and now anyone missing stimulus money will have to claim it as part of filing 2020 taxes. Yes, even people who don't otherwise file taxes. It's too soon to say if the IRS would automatically send a third check to recipients as it has done with the second stimulus check, or if the money would be wrapped up into a recovery rebate credit or something like it. We walk through more possible scenarios for the third stimulus check timeline here. So again, I put the links in the chats in the so you should be able, and I'll probably put it in the description a little later on after this show is over, and you guys can click on it. There's a lot of information here, man. Could you get a third check faster? Could other stimulus check qualifications change? See, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of game playing, man. It's a lot of game playing. And it makes you wonder what's really, what really they're trying to do. Some households could get more money next time, even with a targeted check. Here's how some people could get less stimulus check money. So it's breaking down. This article is breaking down a lot, and you guys really need to check it out. Stimulus check. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, I got the same article right there. All right. So yeah, it's a lot. Let me go into the next one real quick. Next article, and then we'll get on out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. What we got? What we got? What we got? Even though they're both the same. All right. So stimulus check qualifications, what they are now, and how they could change for a third check. All right. So let's take a little look at this. Again, stimulus check qualifications, what they are now, what the qualifications for the stimulus check are now, and how they could change for a third check. All right. Here are the stimulus check eligibility requirements and how those requirements could change with another payment. All right. President Joe Biden is not budging on the $1,400 per person maximum for a third stimulus check. Quote, I'm not cutting the size of the checks, Biden said on February 5th. They're going to be $1,400, period. All right, 1,400. That's Biden talking. That's what the American people were promised. What is up for debate, however, is who would and would not qualify for the next stimulus payment as part of Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID-19 rescue proposal. So he's saying he's not coming off of that 1,400. He's looking at that. Everybody's going to get that. But now the debate is who would and who would not qualify for the next stimulus check. All right. That's what the game is right now. So members of Congress, White House officials, and economists are currently debating whether to lower the income limits and target the next stimulus check. We also know quite a bit about which groups would be eligible under Biden's plan for the stimulus check, including possible changes for dependents and families with mixed U.S. citizenship. The biggest question mark, that's crazy right there, that mixed citizenship. The biggest question mark is the upper income limit for the next stimulus check, which could change eligibility in more ways than one. We'll go over what you should know about the potential new requirements, but it's also important to understand how factors like your adjusted gross income, age, marital status, and tax status could affect things, plus specific rules and exceptions for non-filers and some people in child support situations. All right. Being aware of these past and future qualifications will help determine whether the IRS has sent the correct payment for you and your dependents, or if you still need to claim your full amount from the IRS, or potentially even file a payment trace. In the future, it'll help you understand if you should expect a third stimulus check and how your total may be affected. This story was recently updated. All right. More people, let me see, more people who qualify for Biden's $1,400 stimulus check if the rules remain the same. All right. So I'm not going to go through all of this. I put the links for y'all to research it and investigate on your own. That's what I'm going to do. So you guys do the same. And if Congress lowers the income gap to qualify for the third payment, fewer could get a check. All right. I mentioned that earlier too, that they was playing around with who makes what a year, and they was going to start lowering it or putting it or making it higher. And it's looking like, there's talk about lowering the amount, and then it might keep a bunch of people from getting checks. So not everybody might not end up getting checks like if they were before. Yet, I guess what's part of that plan was like other countries and other businesses are going to get large amounts of money, but they want to play games with the average citizen. But these are the people y'all voted for. All right. I'm just saying, keep that in mind. Everybody went on emotion and then used their brain and think. And now you got all this game playing now. That's what folks was trying to tell people, like, yo, might not be the right move, but now we here. So now you see the games is being played. So if a lot of people end up getting the short end of the stick, just remember who was voted for, who you voted for, who you didn't vote for. All right. Let me see. Overdue child support won't be garnished from your second check. Oh, interesting. But there are exceptions. Wow. Okay. So some of y'all who are under that child support situation, you might want to read that part of it. People who are in prison are eligible to get a stimulus check according to the current law. Interesting. Wow, 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 wow. If you're an older adult or retired, this could affect your payment. Many older adults, including retirees over age 65, received a first stimulus check under the CARES Act and will be eligible for a second one. For older adults and retired people, factors like your tax filings, your adjusted gross income, your pension, and if you're a part of the Social Security SSI or SSDI program, will affect if you receive a second payment. Wow. The third stimulus check could make older adult dependents eligible to receive more money on behalf of the household. Here's how to determine if you qualify for your own stimulus check or account as a dependent. So there's a lot of information for you guys to see through. There are links under there in the paragraphs under certain words. So, you can do your serious investigating on this. You know what I mean? You can do some serious investigating on it. All right. Again, I put the links in the descriptions. I put the links, not in the description. I'll put that in the description here shortly or in a little while. But I put it, I guess, in the chat. So in the comments, I guess you could say that as well. So you guys can copy and paste that stuff and really look it up, man. Because like I said, it's weird how they trying to put everything together. It's really weird how they trying to do it, and then they're considering changing amounts. If they change the amount, like I said, it was, for instance, 100,000 or 300,000. If you was making that much, you only might get a small amount or whatever. But now there's talks about even lowering, like from 100,000 to 50,000. So if folks is making a little $50,001, you might get little to nothing, if I'm understanding this correctly. So it's a lot of game playing. There's a lot of shifting talk in regards to that. And if they, it might be new news on it today. I don't know. But if they don't start making some decisions on stuff, this will drag out past tax season. And then there's talk about how things are going to work with the taxes if they send out a third stimulus check. How they going to determine who gets the third check? So there's a lot going on, man. So take those links that I gave y'all, and because there's a lot of intel in that, and you can do your research. Like I said, a lot of stuff was highlighted in those paragraphs where you can click on it and it'll bring you to something else you can further investigate. So there's a lot of information, man. You should be able to get all the information you need in those two articles. All right. So with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for checking out the show. All right. Check us out tomorrow. We got a couple of things going on tomorrow. So definitely be checking us out. I appreciate it again. And as far as what's the 411 is concerned, what's the 411 will be back tomorrow. Me, myself, I will be back again tonight at 7 p.m. on the podcast, Thoughts of the Week podcast. We're going to go through some Black History Month information for those who are interested. I think it's very much needed because there's a lot of stuff going on with that. A lot of people trying to keep that information secluded and under wraps. So I just think it's to be very interesting to do that for the rest of this month. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all, man. This is What's the 411. Make sure y'all do your research. Get those links, man, and look it up. All right. We out of here. Peace.
Welcome, everybody, to What's the 411. This is the show that keeps you updated on today's and tomorrow's current events. So let's check out what's going on right now.